This is the problem today. Stinging nettles.
Well, welcome back. Here I am back home, trying to get through these stinging nettles. And today's mission is to try out my homemade monster sluice that I failed to get operating the first time. You saw it in the previous video, DIY huge sluice box. This time we're going to have, this is round 2, trying to get it working. So today I wanted to try out my 5-foot monster sluice again. I did a previous video on it called Huge DIY Sluice. You can check that out. It shows how I erect it and everything in more detail in that video. But in this one I couldn't get it working, and last time I took it out it just clogged up and didn't deal with any of the material. So I've brought it back out. It's not a thing, it's quite heavy. There's a lot of pros and cons to it, but I'm determined to see it work correctly. So today is its second go. Let's see how we get on. So it's quite simple to put together. It takes a few minutes, but putting it together is not a problem. It fits in the rucksack very well. It's the issue that it's so long that it's hard to find a place with enough drop and enough flow. So if you work on the idea that a sluice should drop an inch for every foot it is long, I've got 5 feet long sluice here, so it needs to be 5-inch drop, and that's quite hard to attain on a 5-foot long sluice most of the time, so I found out so far anyway. So straight in, pumping the gravel in, straight onto the sluice, no classifying. That's the whole point of this big long sluice, so I can just pump straight onto it. And let's see how it deals with it. I've got the flow a lot better today. It's carrying the material straight out, whatever the pump puts into it. So it's looking good.
We just can't get the height drop, so we've got rather a lot of material backing up behind the major riffles, and the smaller riffles aren't really in use. And up here let's look at the exchange is very small. And they are transferring very slowly. It needs more drop, but I can't get it. I've got... Oh, I can bring it up actually. Let's bring it up a little bit.
The flow is great, and the pump is clearing the material, the sluice is clearing the material, but it just it's not exchanging in the riffles like I want it to, like my other sluices do, and that's due to the lack in height drop, I think.
So while in Scotland I bought one of these Caledonian pumps. I've always used tennis balls, but this one's got a, I think it's silicone ball, but I don't know if you can see, I keep getting bits of gravel trapped in the side of the silicon ball, and then that's scouring the edge of the bore of the pump. So I'm not impressed with it really. I've never heard anyone else having this issue, but it's continually happening to me. So I might revert back to the tennis ball. I can't get the height drop on the 5-footer. Plenty of flow through it. I'm checking rocks and everything through it. And the heavies are backing up behind the main riffles, but the smaller ones it's taking time to clear out. So it is working, but not to its optimum. The tailings out the way a bit. So we've got the gold owl in the 2 foot, as you've probably seen before, of all the different configurations. And then I've just got this drop riffle matting in the first 2 feet. But it is loose, but it's not turning over like I'd like it to.
From this camera angle you can see I just haven't got the pull I need on that sluice. I've got a couple of inches that it looks from this angle.
Another plus side to it is the sluice is so long I can wash rocks in the front end and not worry about washing everything out the riffles. This is the stuff I like. So I've just got massive boulders here and I'm just digging in behind it. Just going through some gravel. What a beast it is. Look at that. So I was watching a Freddy Dodge the other night, and it's interesting how the big wash plants work compared to us hobby prospectors. Now on their wash plant sluices they wouldn't let a sluice run with clean water like that because that's drawing gold out, they reckon. So I wonder if that applies to our small river sluices. I should think it does. If you just keep the dirt continually in with the mix, the heavies are helping hold the gold down in the riffles, whereas you let it run with clean water over time, that is going to draw some gold out, I presume. That's from the professional's point of view anyway. With major works I'm sure it acts the same thing in smaller scale. I don't know for sure, to do some sort of test one day. But the riffles aren't dancing as much as I'd like, but they are clearing slowly. I don't know how much I've moved a bit of gravel out of there now. Go a bit further and I'm going to knock that big stone down and carry on. No attempt to clean it up. There's not much gold in this river anyway, it's really hard to find. I just came here to test the sluice more than anything, because last time I couldn't get it working, couldn't even get it clearing. So this second round is a success in getting it to move the material. Just not got quite enough height drop on it for its length. Maybe next time. pull that big rock out of the way. I'll put a fair bit through it. Just clear the tailings a bit. So the gold owl's holding the material behind the big riffles there. It's mainly lights in this area anyway. And drop riffles don't look like they're transferring, exchanging enough for my liking. Yeah. Just watch a minute. Very small amount of exchange going on. It is working, but they are getting chocker. See what's going on where I've been digging. This is the only lump of quartz I've pulled out today. Nothing of real interest in it. So I've probably pumped for about an hour now through the sluice, haven't cleaned it up. I couldn't clean this up on the river last time, so we're going to try this time to clean it up completely on the river. I ain't got a bucket with me though, I've only got a pan, but we'll see how we go. So this is just the lower gold owl matting, which is in the last 2 feet of the sluice. So there shouldn't really be any gold in this, because the drop riffle higher up should catch it. So we'll see after an hour of running, has any gold migrated into the bottom 2 feet of the sluice. I mean, if the sluice is working, there shouldn't be any in there. So a little reveal at that. No, good, I'm not seeing anything in there. Probably a bit of material under the riffles, but I can't take them out here. The top 2 foot of my sluice holds half a pound of material. And that's basically because the riffles aren't exchanging properly. So we're going to pan that down now. See if I've been wasting my time or not. So has the 5 foot sluice caught anything? Let's have a look. Get some lead, I think. Nothing. There might be microscopic gold in there, I can't see. Nothing. Nothing I'm interested in.
So that's it, the second test run of this monster 5-foot sluice. A failure, and as in I didn't catch any gold, but I learned a lot from using it for a second time. I've got more confidence that it will work, but you've got to get it under the right conditions. And today I had enough flow but not enough drop. Look out for the third test, hopefully we find some gold then. That's it for now. And here's a few words from my friend Pete, who I can relate to from today's activities.
Place was shit and I found fuck all.